The size and the successes of every organization is measured by its activity and project. And LECUDO USA is known to be the giant non-profit organization in the BLM because of its numerous projects and activities. To lead this kind of organization also requires some professional skills and commitment, especially when there is no numeration. Every leader will always like to leave a good legacy when they retire from office, and people will remember them based on their achievement. Gaza Media had the privilege to ask the current CEO, Mr. Atem Terence, what he thinks many will remember him for when he leaves the office in 7 months from now.
What do you think the bank people and members of the LECUDO USA will remember you for when you leave office?
Right. So we actually took office in 2020 from the caretaker committee. That was when we had COVID-19 pandemic, and we also had the crisis in the Anglophone region that has really debilitated the bank, and it's still ongoing. But in spite of all of that, we successfully organized 2 hybrid conventions. We also continue the humanitarian assistance program, which the former CEO had started, CEO Kemtongo. We opened the first school in Lebang, which is the Mutual Love in Belenge, and thanks to our collaboration with the Belenge community. Now, we started with 1 school, and today we have 12 schools, including a boarding school at the Mariapolis Center. We also launched the health campaign, which, as we all know, we carried out 2 campaigns. Started first in Chang, and then the second year we moved to Fontem, and then did Chang also that second year. And next year in March, we would also be doing our 3rd campaign in Chang, in Fontem and Mwabeta. And we know that we're going to release additional information about that next campaign.
Okay.
And then when you look at some of the things we also did in terms of education, we launched a scholarship program for high school kids. We gave scholarship to about 100 high school kids. And then we also did the pedagogic seminar, which was training our teachers that some of them were not, really professional teachers. And then you look at some of the flagship projects that we've been able to launch recently, which is, grading the Ngundeng and Bindia Lekongazi Road, which is really a big deal. And then setting up the stage to purchase our own road equipment, which will allow us to maintain our road. They also open up new roads, like opening a road to Bidmark. And then you have another big one, which is the solar electrification project, which we've been able now to launch a project, and the project is actually started, ongoing as we speak. So these are some of the things that we've been able to achieve. We cannot actually enumerate everything. I think, there's a lot that we've done.
Yes, that's true.
Also, in the past, women were not at the forefront as leaders as we see today. And the dynamic is changing fast. Right now, within the leadership team of LECUDO USA, Atem Shera is one of those ladies who had demonstrated above and beyond. Prior to becoming the Chief Information Officer and the Secretary General of LECUDO USA, she served LECUDO in different capacities.
I think I've served LECUDO, I want to say, since about 2013 at the local level, at the Washington, D.C. level. I think that's when I really got into LECUDO affairs. And in 2019, I was on the caretaker team with Bimbrale and others, where I served as treasurer. And then I later on have been doing this again for 3.5 years as a Chief Information Officer and Secretary General.
So yeah, that means you have much experience or see the kind of transformation that has gone through leadership.
Yeah.
Sheila further explained that community service needs a lot of sacrifices coupled with the house chores and children.
About to make some sauteed spinach with fufu. Just trying to do this quickly. I just finished work, so I am gonna have to do this so that I can go pick up the kids, and then they have after school activities. My boys are in basketball, so I gotta quickly do this and then go get them up from school.
Okay. You are like the Secretary General who you usually give out information. What has been your experience?
Of course, my experience has been one of I mean, there's a lot to do for our community as a whole, and I think with our leadership in these 3.5 years, we've been able to really do a lot, have a lot of partnership, a lot of community involvement and community activities, not including, of course, our usual conventions and even like the last one that was a 25th anniversary, which was much more bigger scale, if you will.
Yes. So that you during Zoom meetings in the evening, sometime 8 p.m., we'll say 1 hour will extend to 10 p.m. People will come in, they're like, log in about 50 people that you have to moderate. You have to handle all of that together with family issue. How has that been?
I think thankfully my family, especially my husband, Dr. Peter Tankin, has been very supportive. My kids, they all always, I mean, joke around like, "Oh, mommy, you're in this LECUDO meetings." That's become a resonating or resounding thing that they say. But it's tough doing that. But I also think that my job, I mean, I work remotely, so there's a lot of things that I can sometimes multitask, but it's without a less very, very challenging to have to handle this. On weekends I'm there scheduling meetings. I get requests to schedule meetings or participate in meetings that, like you rightly said, they were scheduled for an hour, but it might end up being 2 3 hours.
Meanwhile, the CEO, Terence Atem, articulate the type of skill the next person coming in should have and reason why those skills are needed.
Now, when you leave office, based on all this project and all this achievement that you have just enumerated without even going to details, when you leave office on July 2024, what kind of leadership will you want to see and how will you want to see the Kudu continue to grow?
That's a great question. And I think a lot of our donors, partners, and stakeholders are really, really concerned about that. And they are concerned for two main reasons. The quality of the leadership, especially the CEO, the next CEO, who has to be somebody with great skills and ability to be able to build partnerships, build extensive network, and build a lot of trust with the community. In when you look at these factors, you see these are the things that help us generate a lot of revenue for the organization, but also bring in a lot of professionals in us. So that CEO really, really has to have the necessary skills and ability to build partnerships and trust, but also has to be very calm, right, and respectful, and then earn the trust from the people. But you look at the second aspect, which is, that it takes a team to succeed. So it doesn't just end with the CEO, but we really, really pray that we should assemble. The next team should be a great team that has a team spirit, and it's able to work together and to be able to motivate a lot of people to come and sacrifice for the kudu. And this is important because that's how you ensure sustainability, right, and continuity in our programs. And for example, the road project, we started a road project, and that road needs to be maintained. We're going to grade it, but it needs to be maintained going forward. The equipment project, we are targeting 5 pieces of equipment in the equipment pool. We're going to at least purchase one of those equipment, but the goal is that the next team and the next CEO should be able to continue that and make sure by the end of their own 3 years, they can assemble all the remaining 4 pieces of equipment and then expand the solar electrification project to more villages in the bank. So those two things, having the right skills, the right abilities, and also being able to ensure continuity, that is to us is really key.
Yes, Terence, thank you so much. I think we hope the bank people are listening. members of the LECUDO USA and other stakeholders are listening.
Finally, Sheila wished to see many young talented women lead the LECUDO USA, even in different committees.
See women for generations. Women has never really been like in position of leadership. But recently, you kind of see that there's little change. You have people like Mafua Akumbin, who is in Columbus, who's a business philanthropy woman who is heading the project committee. She did a wonderful presentation in Columbus. You have people like Dr. Christelle Mbebo, who is heading the hair committee. She also was so excellent in her presentation. You have people like Mrs. Therese Abila, who is the treasurer. You even outside the bank, you have people like Mrs. Therese Fomenche, who is the president of Umagoto, who I did an interview with her. She is currently working with the CEO, Mr. Atem Terence, to see that LECUDO could extend the medical campaign to the Focal Center in Mabuto. So maybe in Yatta, when you see women, including yourself, even though I didn't call include yourself, when you see women in that kind of position of leadership, do you think the LECUDO have grown to the point that maybe sometime in the future we could see a female or a lady CEO?
Of course, yes. I believe very much in the potential of women to do this. Women by nature are nurturers, and I think that an organization like this and something that's very dire to us can definitely be handled by a woman. I think that our ladies are, getting involved. We still want a lot more involvement because there's a lot of potential out there, female potential. So I am very optimistic that women can not only do this job but do it great, and that in the next few years, a woman can definitely be at the mantle of leadership.
Yeah, thank you for that thought. And since you were preparing food to go pick the kids, I will not take so much of your time. At least I'm happy for being in here in your home. Again, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure having you here, and thank you again for all the work that you do. Gaza Media is out there, and we definitely, are very grateful for the work that you do, and want to make sure we maintain this partnership. So thank you too.
With the current Android era, ability to multitask, fast-paced environment, Adabang sons and daughters ready to give a lady a chance to lead the LECUDO USA in 7 months' time. Ernest Kumba for Gaza Media.